Hey guys, Ethan here with a different type of deck profile. UAs, they haven't done much in the meta, but if they got one or two extra cards, they could actually do something pretty good because of their unique playstyle. Now, UA midfielder, it's the only level 4 of the deck. What the deck needs is either rotor back at 3 or a few more level 4 or lowers. I'd say at least one more, that's all they really need, just one more I'd say. It's a 1200 attack, 1000 defense. You can special summon it by returning a UA card from your field into your hand, and especially this guy. That's what everyone has, so I'm not going to repeat that again. This guy, during your place turn, if he's on your field, you can bounce a different UA monster to special summon another UA monster from hand. And you can only use it once per turn, but it's still pretty good, because if your opponent's stacking it, you can bounce, which would trigger replay, but you can have a higher defense monster instead of a weaker one, so it's good for that. And obviously it's level 4, so you need it. Next, we play level 3 Righty Slugger. I don't know why people play this at less than 2. I've seen people playing it as 1 off. I don't know why. It's the Armides of the deck. You can bounce it. You can do the normal UAs of bouncing it to special summon it, bouncing a UA to special summon it, and when it attacks, your opponent can't activate anything until the end of the turn, until the end of damage step. So it's the beat stick of the deck. Special summon it with you stadium amount of field, it gains 500, and then with Jersey it gains another 5,000, so it's 3,800 with double attack, which is obviously really good. Next we play Dudunga. This guy is also another boss of the deck. Special summon it obviously with the usual way, and it inflicts piercing, and whenever it deals damage to your opponent, it can destroy a card on the field. Target one card on the field and destroy it. So it is targeting, but it's another card destruction. So pendulum, spells, traps, monsters, anything. And with Jersey, it's 4k, so it's really good. Jersey and Stadium effect anyway. Two Perfect Ace. This guy negates on your opponent's turn by discarding a card. Any card, so it doesn't have to be a UA. And it is a quick effect, so that's really good. And obviously the usual special summoning of UAs to get it out. Next, One Rivalry Rebounder. This guy is actually worth it at 2. I might add him in if I can find a space for him, but at the moment he's only at 1. Basically you can do the usual special summoning of him by bouncing a UA monster. But also, if you normal summon him, or he special summon during your opponent's turn, so you basically, if you tribute over UA, you get this guy's effect, which is special summon a UA from your hand or graveyard. So you can special summon the one that you just bounced over, so that you just tributed over, so that's still really good. So you basically just normal summon him for free, basically, if your opponent doesn't stop it. Yeah, that's his effect. You don't really special summon in your opponent's turn, apart from turn tactics, but turn tactics is pretty bad, so you don't run that. So that's that. Playmaker, he's the only level 8 in the deck. 2600 attack, 2000 defense. Special summon it obviously through the normal ways, and once per turn, you can make one UA monster. Once per turn, when another UA monster you control declares an attack, so say Rivalry Rebounder attacks, you may have Playmaker lose 800 for Rivalry Rebounder to gain 800. Now the losing 800 is permanent unless you bounce it back to your hand to special summon someone, and then you pull it again, and then it's got back to its 2600 attack. So that's not that bad. UA Goalkeeper. Usual special way of special summoning itself. It's got 2800 defense, so it's pretty big. And once per turn, during your opponent's turn, you can target one UA monster you control, and this turn it can't be destroyed by battle or card effect once per turn, and it's a quick effect. So it's not bad if it takes a monster for a turn or two, and it's not bad in general. It's a level 6, so it helps with rank 6 plays. Next we play One Blockbacker. This is also another one that I won't mind at 2 of. Special summon it for the normal ways of UA, and once per turn when your opponent special summons a monster during their turn, you can have the monster turn into defense, and if you do, it negates the effect for permanently as well. So they can turn back normally by just like switching that, but their effect is negated permanently. So against any most extra deck monsters, that could be really useful. Next to Mexi, because even though I like pure decks, I'd like to have them be sort of meta. Next we play Free Terraforming, because the free spell card in this deck is vital, so you run Free Terraforming to search it out. Free Stadium, the field spell. If a UA monster is normal summoned to your side of the field, you can add one UA monster from your deck to your hand, so anything, so that's why it's not so bad only having one level 4. So you just get that guy out, normal him and get anything, and then special, and then you can keep doing it every now and then. And obviously when a UA monster is special summoned to your side of the field, all monsters you control gain 500 attack. So if you keep a monster on the field, say if you keep Blockback on the field, yes, he uses 800 for his effect, but when you special summon once per turn, he gains 500, so he's only really losing 300 for his effect. So it's not that bad. And that is all monsters, so if you have an Xyz or Synchro or Fusion or anything else on the field, that's actually that gains it as well, so it's pretty good. Next, Free Signing Deal, because it's good anyway, and we don't have rotor at 3, so you run Free Signing Deal. Special summon a UA monster from your deck, but its effect is negated. Also, it can't be used for Synchro Xyz or synchro exceeds material, and then you lose life points equal to its level of the monster that you special summon by this effect times 300. So if you summon midfield off its skill, that is 1200 that you take. So it's not a big deal, but it helps you get midfield out. So then you can start your way of balancing and special summoning and stuff. So that's why you play that. Next, free jersey. These are all the fields of the deck: terraforming, field, and deal, because they're all, and jersey, because they're all vital to the deck. I don't get why people run this at 1. Yeah, sure, it can be stopped, but you need the extra copy in case it goes into the drop zone, into graveyard. Equip only to a UA monster, so it can't equip to any XYZ monster though. It gains 1000 attack and defense. Also, if it battles an opponent's monster, any battle damage it inflicts to your opponent is doubled, so that 3800 is now doubling its battle damage. And the equipped monster, if it destroys a monster by its attack, it can make a second attack during that standby phase, during the battle phase. So that 38 can swing, destroy a monster. If it destroyed it, it can swing again, and that's with the first attack being double, and it's both attacks being doubled battle damage. So you can OTK with just jersey and midfield and what's the name? Mighty Slugger, so you can OTK with it pretty easy. So it's not that bad. Next we go on to 2-offs. 2 Twin Twister, because you need to get rid of those troublesome back row and also pendulum zones if you need to. Next 1-offs. Upstart, because gaining 1,000, your opponent gaining 1,000 and draw 1. Obviously it's draw a card, and your opponent gaining 1,000 even in this deck isn't bad. Soul Charge, I might replace this because we already have a lot of life costs in the game. But if you can't see a signing deal and your opponent's negated a lot of stuff, getting this to then go into Exceeds is also pretty good. Rotor and Monarch Stormforth. Basically, Monarch Stormforth you contribute and get any level 5 that you've got in your hand. If you go second, if you've got level 5 or higher in hand, no level 4s, tribute your opponent's monster and then summon it. So you can break boards with just Monarch Stormforth, and that's why it's at 1, so I understand that. But Rotor needs to go to 4, even if there's a lot of good stuff that is at 4. I understand why it's at 1, but it hurt the deck so much when it went to 1. That's why I haven't been playing much of this deck in tournaments though, because that just hurts it too much. But you play it and you can see it sometimes, so it's not too bad. Next, 2 UA penalty box, the UA trap. It's really good, but doesn't target actually, so yeah, it's not that bad. 3 off is a bit too much though, because you'll see it a lot of dead draws. At the start of the damage step, if your UA monster battles an opponent's monster, so if it's being attacked or attacking, you can banish that opponent's monster until your opponent's second end phase, so obviously Exceed monsters lose their Exceed material. And you can only use it once per turn. Once per turn, you can banish it from your graveyard to add 1 UA spell card from your deck to your hand. That's also the turn it's sent. So what you can do is you can go into rank 6, go into Beatrice, use Beatrice's skill to detach, send penalty box to then banish it, and then you can get any UA monster you've got from the drop zone you want from your deck. So you can get Stadium, you can get Signing Deal, you can get Jersey. It just makes the deck really consistent. And if you run this at 3 or 2, I can understand playing less of Jersey and the others, but I just think that they're so vital to the deck that you need to run them even if you're running this at 2. Next, the Solemn lineup. 3 strike, 1 warning, because we need to stop your opponent doing stuff, otherwise they're just going to run over your monsters because they're not that strong. Next, extra deck. This can be basically whatever you want, but this is what I'm running because I think that this is actually a decent lineup for me personally. But like I said, the extra deck for UAs can be anything. You can run none if you really want to. But yeah, Dante, because for Beatrice you can then go into this as it's another blocker, and then you can bounce Beatrice back to your extra deck when this gets destroyed. So that's why you run that. Abyss Dweller, don't really need to say much. It's great again. It's generic and it's great against BAs, against most things that are grave related. So DDDs it also sort of stops. Demon Direwolf, obviously you can detach 1, pop this, and pop something else to kill a card on field, so it's not bad. And you get 2 cards set up in the graveyard for Soul Charge. Castell, detach 1, bounce or something. Detach 2, sorry, bounce something, and it's 2k, so it's a good rank 4. Ouroboros, you won't go into this as much unless you Soul Charge, but it's just there as an extra option in case you do ever get free midfield on the field. Next, Shark Fortress. It's 2 level 5, so 2. So either Perfect Ace or Mighty Slugger can make this guy, and then you can make your Mighty Slugger attack 3 times because this will make your Mighty Slugger attack again, and then Jersey will make it attack again, so that can attack 3 times if you use it on this guy. Next, Beatrice, for the reason I explained, to just put cards in drop zone, mainly penalty box. Bouncer, because it negates the trap effect when any joining plays turn by detaching 1, so it's not that bad. No, once per turn. No joining plays on, yes, so anytime. Red Eyes, because it's a good rank 7, and you can make it in the deck. Big Eye, another generic rank 7, that's good. Regulus, it's a good rank 6, and when you put it special summon something, you can bounce it, put it face down, and it can't change spell position, I don't think. But either way, you can get it back most of the time, and if it's banished for any effect, it does come back that way, so it's just a good rank 6. We play the utility free lineup. We play Prime as well, because then you can get the effect of twice of lightning, and also there's an extra room in the extra deck, so I thought why not, might as well play it. And then for the last card, number 61, Volcasaurus, because 2 level 5s, so again, Mighty Slugger, perfect ace, and you can just target one monster your opponent controls and destroy it by detaching one. But this guy can't attack this turn, but everything else can. So if you've got Mighty Slugger on field, detach one, destroy the monster. This can't attack, but anything else you've got still can. So Mighty Slugger can attack, and then it can attack again if it destroys the monster, so it's still good. And anyway, that'll be the deck profile for this build. I will be putting DDDs out soon, I just need to get the decks first. Okay. But expect that to be a more original build and not really a more meta build, because I can't afford Crystal Ring or Pot of Desires or anything like that. So I'm going to be going a more pure build like I normally do. So prepare your hate for that, because I'm sure people will hate on me for not being meta. So yeah, if you like this video, then make sure to obviously like, favorite, subscribe, and as always, happy gaming.